for Geometry, Unit 7 Notes. We're going to start with Day 1. In Day 1 Notes, the topic is ratios and proportions and similar polygons. So we have like two different topics here. So first, what is a ratio? It is a comparison of two or more quantities. There are three ways to write a ratio. We can first have like A over B, A, and then we use the colon B, and then you also can write A to B. And then ratios can be simplified. So here we just have a very simple example of ratios. So here it tells us that a music store has 40 trumpets, 39 clarinets, 24 violins, 51 flutes, and 16 trombones in stock. Give each as a simplified ratio. So first, from trumpets to violins, 40 to 24. Okay, if I were to simplify that, I would have to divide both of those numbers by 8, and I could get 5 to 3. So that would be my solution. In number 2, we have flutes to clarinets, so 51 flutes to 39 clarinets. And we could simplify that by dividing by 3, and we would get 17 to 13. Okay, for trombones and trumpets, we could divide that by 8, and that could give us 2/5 or 2 to 5. So as you can see, you can write it in different ways. Violins, 24, to the total number of instruments. So I would have to add all my instruments, and I would get 170. And we could divide that by 2, and simplify, that would be 12 to 85. In example 1, it says there are 30 students in a study hall. If 10 students are boys, what is the ratio of girls to boys in lowest terms? So we know that the boys, there are 10 of them. And to get girls, we can subtract 30 and 10 to get 20. So 20 girls to 10 boys, but we know that this can this could reduce, and we would get 2 to 1. Okay, you could write 2 over 1, 2 to 1, or 2 colon 1. Either way would be the acceptable answer. But it would have to be 2 first, since girls came first. Okay, in part B, the bonsai bald cypress tree is a small version of a full-size tree. A Florida bald cypress tree called the senator stands 16 inches tall. So 1,416 inches tall. What is the ratio of the height of the bonsai to the height of the senator? So we know that the bonsai, the small version, is 15 feet tall, according to this picture here. So I want to do the bonsai first. The senator is 1,416. So I could reduce that, and if I reduce that, I would get 5 and 472. So we could accept this. We could have it written similar to this way, or you could have it written with the 2 in there. Either answer would have been acceptable for this problem. In letter A, writing a ratio, the ratio of two complementary angles is 3 to 7. Find the measure of both angles. So if something is complementary, we know that the two angles would add up to equal 90 degrees. And so what happens is you end up saying, okay, 3 represents one angle, 7 represents the other angle. So we would say 3x plus 7x equals the total angle measure of 90 degrees. And then I would solve that and get x is 9. But I have to find both measures of the angles. So I would say, okay, well, 3 times 9 and 7 times 9 gives me 27 degrees and 63 degrees. So to answer the question, my 2 degrees angle measurements are 27 and 63 degrees. In part B, it's very similar, but here it says the ratio of 2 supplementary angles, which is 180 degrees, are 4 to 1. Find the measure of both angles. So we would do 4x plus 1x equals 180. Simplify, or combine like terms, and then we divide by 5, and that gives us 36. Well, now I need to plug that 36 back into 4x and 1x. And 4 times 36 is 144, and 1 times 36 is 36 degrees.